Hey, what's going on everybody? I'm Waller's Wallet, and today we're going to take a look at possibly one of the best cashback debit cards available. And it could give even some of your cashback credit cards a run for their money for certain merchants. Now, if you want a simple way to help out the channel, consider hitting that thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn that bell notification on as well so you don't miss out on future videos. Now, we're really seeing more and more of these smaller tech-style banks really step up and try to offer something more rewarding to customers, way more than what we're seeing from the bigger banks. And Oxygen is no different, and it actually makes a case for this card to be in your wallet or even in your rotation. They even offer some pretty solid security features as well. Now, Oxygen does offer both business and personal accounts for people. I opened up a personal account with them, but I have thought about opening up a business account. And this is a really nice packaging too. They sent their card in, and it's not something I would actually expect from a debit card. And a big concern I always have from these smaller banks or smaller institutions is making sure that your money is safe and secure. And Oxygen is FDIC insured through Bancorp Bank for up to $250,000, which is the same exact bank that handles SoFi Money. So your money is safe and secure, which is great and should give you peace of mind. Plus, Oxygen doesn't charge customers any monthly fees, they charge no overdraft fees, they do not require a minimum balance, and they don't charge ACH transfer fees as well. All of these are great to see, especially if you only want to keep a small amount of money in this account. And it's also good if you're someone looking for an alternative to a major bank who does charge you these fees. Because it's 2020, and with all these options out there for you, you should not be paying fees to banks to hold your money. And if you did decide to use Oxygen as your main bank and wanted to set up direct deposit, they do mention receiving your money up to 2 days earlier. Now, Oxygen does mention that they typically put the money in your account when they receive it, which may be earlier than the expected posting date from your employer or whoever's giving you the money. So it can be sooner than expected, but it's not a guarantee. And when it comes to depositing money into your Oxygen account, if you deposit money with Green Dot, that's like going into a CVS, for example, there is a limit of 3 deposits per day with a $1,000 max deposit per day and up to $10,000 of maximum deposits each month. If you're using direct deposit or ACH transfers from external institutions, you don't have any of those limits. And if you use the ACH transfer through their app, you're limited to $200 per day and up to $500 per month. But they say they can allow more at their discretion, so that's just something to keep in mind. Now, when it comes to withdrawing money, when you withdraw money from a domestic Allpoint ATM, you're going to be able to withdraw money with no fees. So you do want to keep an eye out for those, and their app actually does a really good job showing you where these ATMs are at. Because if you withdraw money from an ATM that's not from an Allpoint ATM, you will pay fees for that withdrawal. And you're allowed to withdraw money up to 3 times per day for up to $500 per day from an ATM. And if you tried using this for international withdrawals, you're going to be hit with a $5 fee plus a 1% transaction fee. So this is definitely not a good option if you're someone who travels internationally. Now, the biggest eye catcher and appeal to the Oxygen card is its cashback reward earnings. And I have to say, this was better than I was truly expecting. Because with debit cards in general, they're just not the greatest for rewards. But I was actually pretty impressed with what this card offers since it is a reward debit card. But unfortunately, the Oxygen website really doesn't explain this well to customers. But once you get into their Oxygen app, it does show you and explain the options much better. I really think if they showed customers more on their website about the cashback rewards, it would actually be a lot more helpful for people. And the Oxygen cashback offers do remind me of the Cash Card Boost offers, where you get extra rewards for certain merchants or certain categories, and these categories can change as well. But Oxygen has a lot of offers that are quite useful for customers, and the app does a great job letting you know the number of times you can use this offer, the amount of cashback you can earn, if you have a cool off period and how long that would be, and how long these offers will be available for. And current offers include getting $1 off food or coffee, getting 5% cash back for gaming, pharmacies, food delivery services, and gas station purchases, then 7% back at Walmart, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and rideshare or transportations. Now, all of these offers do have limits on the cashback you can earn, but all of those earning rates for these merchants, it's pretty solid. And for example, for the pharmacies offer, it's going to give you 5% cash back up to $5 in rewards which would be for up to $100 in spend, which is a decent amount of spending in order to earn that 5% back. And I know I'm going to be using the $1 coffee offer because percentage-wise, getting $1 cash back is going to be much better than any points I'm going to get from my credit card spend for my cup of coffee addiction. Now you can only activate one offer at a time, so load it when you're ready to use it because you don't want to activate the offer and then realize you wanted to use a different offer. And there's also a $10 threshold before you can cash out your rewards, so do be aware of that. Now while I'm not the biggest fan of minimum requirements to cash out rewards, many of these offers look to be good for daily use, and I'm not sure it'd be hard to hit that requirement in order to cash out your rewards. And my hope is that we see Oxygen continue and expand these offers and keep high quality merchants in categories because they're pretty valuable right now. And if they don't keep high quality merchants, then it could reduce the appeal as well. Also, something to keep in mind is that your Oxygen account does not earn any interest on the money you have in this account. But if you're only keeping a small amount of money in here to earn those cashback rewards, that's probably better than anything you're going to get from these currently low interest rates out there anyways. Then beyond the cashback rewards, we see Oxygen offer virtual cards to help you keep your information in your account protected. And I am really liking how these tech companies are implementing these virtual cards. And Oxygen will allow you to make single-use virtual cards and merchant virtual cards, and you're allowed to make up to 10 virtual cards at one time. In the single-use cards, you enter the name and you enter a spend limit of up to $1,000. And as it sounds, this is good for a single use. But for the merchant cards, you can set up a specific limit by week, month, year, or even per charge. And this is great because if you wanted to pay some bill that was $14.99 a month, you could set up a virtual card for that merchant and that charge would be done every month. And if by some chance that merchant is compromised, your information is safe since this is a virtual card and not your actual card number. And since you've set a limit on how much that can be withdrawn at one time, there's really not a concern that your entire account would be drained. Now, I personally would still use my credit card here since I would earn rewards for those purchases, and you also have $0 liability for those fraudulent charges. But if you're someone who did not have a reward earning credit card, this could be a good way to protect yourself. Then taking a look at their app and the user experience with their app. Now this may not be important to some people, but I do about 98% of my banking right from my phone, and having an app that's functional and easy to use is something I genuinely like. And I will say Oxygen's app is very user friendly and has a very good user experience, and everything just seems to be laid out very well and in a pretty logical order, which definitely isn't something you see all the time from banks. And Oxygen just lays their app out in a way where it's not difficult to find things and it's very easy to use. And Oxygen even has a referral program where both you and I can get $25 when you sign up and deposit $200 or more in your account and use your debit card 5 times within 60 days of opening it. That link is in the description below, and if you do sign up for it with that link, thank you very much. I do appreciate the support. Now, Oxygen actually impressed me more than I was expecting with this card, from their virtual cards to their solid cashback rewards at certain merchants. The reward rates and even cashback limits was higher than I was expecting. And I actually do plan to use this card to complement my cashback credit card rotation, because for some of the merchants, the return is greater with the Oxygen card than I would get on some of my credit cards. But I will keep my bigger ticket items on my credit card since they do offer better protections. But for my smaller purchases, this card will definitely be in play. So tell me, what do you think of the Oxygen Bank debit card? Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in this video. If you want to help support the channel, take a look at the links down in the description below. And if you know somebody that could benefit from this video, feel free to share it with them. And until next time, safe travel and take care.